Just sneaked out of the homeschooling classroom, the kitchen, for now, just to make this video. That's how ad hoc we're getting these days. But yeah, there we are. A few of you that watch our videos from day to day will notice that I've got a clean shave today. Well, pretty clean, anyway. I'll tell you why that is. Mrs. Sardines, months ago, said how she thinks, or she thought I should grow a little bit of stubble, a little bit of designer stubble, because she thought that was good. However, yesterday, she said to me, I'm fed up with this designer stubble, I think you should just shave it all off. So I did, I shaved it all off, and the very second she looked at it, after that, she said, oh no, grow it back, makes you look older. Can't win, can I? Is this a female thing? Is this a spousal thing? I don't know. You tell me. Do I look older? I don't know. Do I look older than I did in the other videos now? I don't know. Anyway, we've been getting more messages. This is a bit of a frustration video today, isn't it? We've been getting a few emails in, despite the fact that we got a video on top of our website and pinned to the top of our Facebook page explaining why we're called sardines. We're still getting messages saying, why are you called sardines? Where does sardines come from? So I'm going to try and explain today, and it might be the last time, it might not. Let's just see what happens. But there was a play that Michael Frayn wrote around about 1980, I think. I haven't even checked the dates now, so I'm probably going to get all this wrong. And it went on in the lyric Hammersmith. That's where it opened, and it was called Noises Off. And if you go to Google and put in funniest farce ever written, Noises Off will come up at the top time and time and time again, because it is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's about a professional touring company that are rehearsing their own farce, and their own farce, the fictitious farce, if you like, the play within a play, is called Nothing On. Don't want to confuse you there. Nothing On. And there's 3 acts in Noises Off. The first act drops in on them having a dress rehearsal very, very late at night, which we've all done, haven't we? We've all been there at 1 o'clock in the morning, still on stage, doing our technical or dress rehearsal, whatever. And it shows them doing their technical dress rehearsal very late at night ahead of this tour. The second act, then we break for an interval, and in that interval the whole set turns round, so you look at it from in the first act we see the action as if the audience is seeing it on the tour. So we see the very nice country house set up on stage, into the living room, blah blah blah. In the second act, the whole set's turned around 180 degrees, so we see it from the very back, looking out through the back of the set to the audience and to the spotlights shining on the stage. And of course that's where Noises Off comes in, the name of the play, because that's what's known as the silent act, because we see them halfway through the tour, no one's talking, everyone's falling out with each other. There's there's people that are having relationships with people that shouldn't really be having relationships with people, and people are not talking to people, and it's very tense, etc, etc. But they go on, and because we've seen them rehearse the first act in our Act 1, because we've already seen them go through it, this fictitious play, Nothing On, we now see it from the back, and we recognise bits and pieces, but we see the mayhem that carries on because no one's talking, and people are trying to sabotage other roles and actors going on stage and doing things. Then we break again after the second act. By the time the third act comes, the set has rotated once more to its original position, so we see the set as the audience would see it, and the third act carries on, and by now we're very familiar with the play, of course. We see them and everything's broken down, everything's chaotic, and we see the state of this play near the end of the tour, just before it has to get pulled, I'm sure, because no one is talking to anyone. Everyone is total. You can imagine what's going on backstage because of the first two acts, and because of everything that's going wrong on stage, we can imagine what's happening backstage to make that happen. If you see what I mean, it's brilliant. You have to just go and see it. If you haven't seen Noises Off yet, go and see it. The reason we're called Sardines is because there's a housekeeper called Dottie Otley who has this plate of sardines. This is in the fictitious play Nothing On. Dottie Otley is the housekeeper. No, she's not. Mrs. Clackett is the housekeeper. Just ignore what I just said. Mrs. Clackett is the housekeeper in Nothing On. Dottie Otley is the fictitious actress playing the part of Mrs. Clackett. She's the actress within the play. There's layers, as you've surmised by now, I'm sure. Anyway, this plate of sardines goes on, comes off, goes on, comes off, and in the first act we see them when they're doing their dress rehearsal. The poor director called Lloyd Dallas, who's directing this play, very very high-end director, who's used to directing Shakespeare and Richard III. He goes off to next. He just keeps shouting out sardines because Dottie forgets to have Mrs. Clackett take off the sardines every time she should take them off, and when she shouldn't take them off, she takes them off. When she should take them off, she forgets. And this phone call, the sardines, and so the director keeps shouting out, "You forget the sardines, you take the sardines, it's all about doors, and come on everybody, doors, energy, doors and exits and entrances, blah blah blah." So there we go, that's Noises Off, that's what we're named after, and the reason we're named after it is because lots and lots of amateur societies have done Noises Off. Michael Frayn wrote it, and of course in our very first issue, number 1, and you can check this if you're a digital subscriber, you can go back on our website and download the PDF to issue number 1 and read our interview with Michael Frayn. And that's it. And Michael Frayn told us about how he came up with the idea of Noises Off. And simple as that. Simple as that. That's why we're called Sardines. People either know or they don't know. If they've done Noises Off or if they've seen Noises Off, they know why we're called Sardines. If they've never done Noises Off, they haven't got a clue, and that's the messages we've been getting still. The people that say, "Why are you called Sardines?" Even professional actors, obviously, if they haven't done it, why would they know? But it's so synonymous with amateur theatre, Noises Off. Everyone's it is a complicated play to rehearse and to build, because you've got to build a set on a truck on wheels, basically, that can be rotated 180 degrees. And when you're in rehearsals, you've got to coordinate everything. So Act 2, rehearsing Act 2, I've been in it and I've directed it. That was the same production actually. We had to sack the guy that was playing Lloyd Dallas 2 weeks before curtain up because he didn't know any of his lines and he was reading from the script, and we couldn't have it because he was mucking up the rest of the cast. So because I was the only one who knew the part, I had to step in, play Lloyd Dallas and direct the thing. It was very hard. Act 2, you have to direct a few seconds at a time because you have to coordinate the lines that are going on the fictitious stage as well as the silence, slapstick business off stage. And there's lots of slapstick business going on. Pauses for breath, in brackets, italics. So there we go. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're not a subscriber, why not subscribe? It doesn't cost you anything. Just press the button, subscribe, press the little bell next to it. You get notified when we upload a new video. They're all coming up thick and fast. Monday to Friday, we produce a new video for you to watch hopefully for your entertainment. Hopefully now we've explained it again, lots of you will know why we're called Sardines. And we go from there. Back to homeschooling now. Stay safe, stay well. We will be back. Bye for now.